family? How we doing this morning? This wonderful Sunday morning. You know, the sad thing about it being a Sunday morning is being a truck driver. You don't really have um, that chance to go to church and to praise the Lord. That's the hard part about it. The blessing with that is, I have a good pastor friend. uh, Good intro into it. I had asked him because he was posting, snippets of his sermon on Facebook, and I asked him, hey, why don't you, why don't you uh, record it and post it on YouTube so I can? It's much easier. I really don't like Facebook. It's much easier for me to check out and listen and get at least get some of the word of God into my system. You know what I mean? And it's been a total blessing because I get to listen when I know God wants me to hear it, which is really it's amazing because exactly when I put him on, that is exactly when I need to hear what his actual sermon is, and it blows my mind every time. I'm like, well, I don't want to listen to it today, but I'll listen to it tomorrow or Tuesday or Wednesday, and it's I mean it's literally the exact moment when I need to hear from God, and that's how God works. It's a wonderful and blessing thing, but uh, that's one of the things. But the other enjoyment, oh, this is guys. Trust me when I say this. This is ridiculous. I'm getting on the interstate. I just fueled up, getting on the interstate, and I got to drive real slow because these super truckers are parked all along the on and off ramps and everything. So, but you don't want to hit them. Next thing you know, you don't have a job. And I kind of like my job at the moment. Uh, One of the things I wanted to talk about this bright and sunny morning was, I guess I could say learning from others, or what's the big word, emulating others. I'm that type of person where if I hang around you long enough, I'm gonna start doing some of the stuff you do, and hopefully it's all the positive stuff that you do. I was listening to a live last night, while I was about to go to bed, and it was a pretty good live from Miss V, MG, whatever, MTGV. Make this go viral. Make this go viral LLC, which that's the best way I can say it. Um, and what they were, it was more of a lot of the folks that have been around for a minute. Their stuff has grown, and that's what it makes you. It makes you want to push on. It makes you want to keep going on because a lot of people on YouTube can be really mean. Um, and the thing is, I started noticing like this morning, I got high blood pressure, but I can't live without my coffee. I mean, I can live without my coffee, but I get nervous, I get scared, like I gotta have my coffee because I don't want to fall asleep and I don't want to die out here, And it's really not about dying. It's about knowing your body and stuff like that. But I do have high blood pressure, and I've decided this morning I don't need that cup of coffee. I don't want that cup of coffee. I don't need that cup of coffee. I'm going. Well, for now, I don't need the cup of coffee. I'm going to just get my butt up. It's bright and early. It's old dark 30, like some of us would say. It's old dark 30. I'm gonna get my butt up and I'm gonna get out here and I'm gonna drive. But you say, why do you get up so early? Well, one of the reasons that I like to get up this early, and actually I'm usually getting up earlier than this, is it makes it much more easier when you're done for your driving hours for the day. You're done that you can find a place to drive. I mean, I'm not to drive, to park. That's the more it's more easier because you can find a lot of open spots and whatever. Because most people they drive into the night and then struggle to try to find a park spot. But me, I start in the middle of the night. So when it's time for me to stop, hey, I found me a spot. But I just have to time it just right and so forth and so on. But having high blood pressure, I'm putting a toll on my heart when I am getting all that caffeine, making my heart pump, and getting these monster drinks and stuff like that. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start working on that because I watch, other YouTubers talk about their health and what they need to do, and one of them, in particular, Urban Garden Chronicles. That lady, she's got high blood pressure, and it ain't going down. And I said, you know what? I need. I need. As soon as I got up this morning, I took my blood pressure pill, and I started doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I said, do I need to be taking these blood pressure medicine? Yep. Do I need that coffee? No. I think I need to leave it alone right now and give my heart a break. And this is how I started out. Now, talk about, hey, good morning, good morning. It seems like we all getting up at the same time all the time. Hey, did you see? I sent you the link and the that thing I was talking about, the natural fertilizer. Yeah, good. Um, and of course, you can tell how old I am. I'm forgetting already. I forgot already what the heck I was. Dang it. Uh, you, yeah, I put it on one of your I put it on one of your what you call it. I tell you exactly the uh, it's a type of grass that it's high in nitrogen and everything that you could. I don't believe I can't remember. I should have wrote it down. Oh God, see, I'm getting so old. But let me get back to what I was talking about. The thing what I'm talking about is, uh, emulating the good things that people are doing here on YouTube. The positive Miss B, she helps you out and tells you, look, here's the stuff that you need to do to make your channel grow. And one of the things that one of the things that I I noticed is looking at my analytics. And here's the funny thing: more people are watching my channel through the stuff that I'm doing with my lawn equipment. You know, I have 5,000 views on a short for it's a John Deere Greens mower. It's a really expensive mower, and I actually got it on I got it on a deal at auction because it wasn't working correctly, and I actually got it working correctly with like a $20 or $30 switch. But I still didn't know how to use it, and I look like a fool when I'm doing it. But on YouTube, not a lot of people are doing videos on that mower. So I'm gonna start doing a few more videos, some cut more mowing videos. That thing takes off like a bullet. which is kind of scary. Um, but I need to figure that out and do more videos on that. Um, I have more videos. I More people are looking at my stuff on the things that I'm doing with my core aerator, my Hurstfana, those things. I'm looking at my analytics. Those are the things, my little repairs, and I just need to do more videos on that. I don't need to get so incorporated because what I do is when I do my video, I drop it right then, right, everything. I drop it right then, and what I do is I need to make the videos, edit them, and space them out. So when I'm on the road, I can do okay. I'm gonna do this one this week. I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna do all the shorts, and so it can space it out because that's what's getting me as a little content creator to grow. You guys, that if you're looking or listening, or if you ever get this in the replay, um, what you do, maybe you need to stretch it out a little bit. You don't need to dump them all at the same time. I'm finding that that's the thing I want to do the most anyway. Yeah, yes, I love cruising, but cruising is expensive. You can't do that all the time unless you retire. Armstrong Adventure, he retired. My man, he get out there, and I think yes, that's a blessing. I wish I wish I'd have been on a job that I could retire and go out there and do that. Um, can't stop walking. That's my wife's thing. I do what I love because I love being with her. I love to walk, but I do need to get back out there. I do need to get this tonnage off me, and I'm gonna start doing some more videos like that. But we need to, or I need to. I'm just telling you from what I'm learning because I'm a little hard headed. I need to start stretching out and being a little bit more strategic on the videos that I place and how I place it and how I put it. One thing I love to do, especially when I'm down here in Texas, I look for John Deere's and all these mower places and stuff like that. I love walking over there. So I'll park at the closest truck stop, and then I'll walk down to the John Deere dealership. I'll walk down to the mower shop, or if it's a feed place or tractor supply, these places where you find the stuff. Um, these are the places where you this is gives me my ideas to go get stuff, to go do stuff. Like for example, the other day I walked in the tractor supply because I gotta get some tires for my core aerator. Well, this piece of equipment is at least 20 years old. The rims and stuff, they don't make it anymore. So I'm either gonna have to get tire, the tire itself for it, not the rim. But one of my rims broke, so I got to get an inner tube. Well, just in case, I bought an inner tube for the front tire. It's got a little bent on the rim, so it doesn't. It's not gonna keep air. And I got two uh, inner tubes for the back tire. So if they don't keep air when I take them off and get them to air up, if they don't take air, I'm gonna you know get in there and put an inner tube in there, and then I'm gonna air them up. Then I should be straight. Then I can actually get the machine moving and get it off my trailer. I've been doing all the repairs on the trailer. That's uh, the that's the fun part, knowing that I'll almost be ready to use the daggone thing. Unfortunately, the times cost the times are gonna cost me more than what I pay for the daggone thing. So, but I got to again. I said it yesterday. I said it the day before. I got to slow my roll. I got we got to be a little strategic. This stuff actually costs money. Um, and I got to be strategic about it. I don't want to this my enjoyment of YouTube to be an argument in my home. and I just want to keep it like that. But it's all good. Um, Again, once I get that going, uh, I'm going to start buying the other parts. The other parts that I need. Then I'm gonna paint the machine, and as typical as males, we males are, I said, instead of me, I'm thinking, instead of me having to take the tires down to the gas station and pay $1 and some change for five, 4 or 3 minutes of this weak behind air pump to pump up, and I still can't get it to expand quick enough. I said, you know what? I'm gonna buy me an air pump. But again, the money I don't, I've been looking on Facebook Marketplace. Everything's in the hundreds. The ones that, the professional ones. But I don't think I really need a professional one. So I actually was in a Walmart yesterday and found one. It was reduced. Hopefully, there's nothing wrong with it. So I kept the receipt and actually kept it in my wallet. It's reduced, and it was $40. But still, I'm keeping an eye on my money. I had to put it on the credit card. I was like, oh boy, I'm doing credit cards again. I'm gonna make sure in this paycheck coming up, I'm get putting that 40 back on that credit card real quick. But you know, I'm right now. I'm in the thinking stages. I'm in the planning stages um, of what do I want to do next. What do I want to do in 2023 to grow the channel? Um, I'm behind on my lawn. Usually by this time, my whole front lawn be green. But what I'm doing is I'm switching my lawn over to the right type of grass, which is warm weather grass. I live in Georgia. you know, I actually, boy, I had a green lawn the last 2 years, but soon as summer hit, it's dead as a doornail because of that heat in Georgia. So I I put in the middle of my lawn, I got at least two pallets in the middle of my lawn that came in and set real good. But on the side right, I'm gonna put probably some emerald zoysias, which is a little bit more expensive, but my front lawn is kind of shady with a little shade. So I'm gonna put some emerald zoysia on the right, which is better for shade, and I'm just gonna start building my lawn that way. And the other reason is that grass is the grass I need for at least two of my mowers. Two of my mowers are low. They're professional mowers where they're made to cut grass real low, but I didn't have the right grass to do it with, to play around with and stuff like that. So right now, I've got my wedding anniversary coming up, so I can't really do nothing right there. Going on the cruise, which is in February, and then when I come back, I gotta, I come back. That's when I'm gonna drop another load of sod on the front. No, not the front. The front. The front. Oh Lord. Yeah, it's early enough that I'm mumbling. The front right side of my lawn. I'm gonna fill that in, and then I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be working to get that corrected. And then once I get the core aerator, I'm gonna core the crap out of everything and loosen up uh, this Georgia red clay. The other thing is, but what can I do for free? Well, there's a horse farm about 30 minutes from where I live. Actually have the lady's name. I call it. I just got a horse farm on my thing, but she's got a whole pile of horse manure. What they do is they actually mix it with sawdust and hay, and they leave that pile to let it become, over time to become compost. And she put it on Facebook Marketplace as free. You just got to come get it. So respectable. I just don't drive up in there because it's actually a big horse farm. Like the day or two before I'm ready to get some, what I do is I send the lady a text. Hi, this is the guy in the gray, the dark gray Chevy Avalanche. I'm just calling to let you know, is it okay if I come on Friday or Saturday and get a load of manure? And after a while, she'll send me, yeah, just let me know when you're on the property. And I've been doing that. And then I'm like excited, thank you, appreciate it. And when I come back, I throw it, I take that compost and I spread it out on, you know, the bare spots on my lawn and in my property and let that stuff grow in, which is the cheap way, because I've got a lot of eroded lawn and eroded dirt on my property. So what I do is, that's free and it don't stink. So that's what's that's telling me that it's in the compost stages of it's in the compost stages of breaking down because it ain't funky. I was a little worried a few times. And the other part of that is I get a good workout because I take like three different shovels. I got my regular pointed shovel, my square shovel, and then I got that big old. I got it from Tractor Supply. The big old, I call it my horse manure shovel because it's that big. So you getting the workout, getting down there and throwing that on there, and getting down there and throwing it on, and getting down there and throwing it on there. And that's another thing, you know, people, people don't realize you get a workout working out in your yard. You get a workout working out in your garden. If you ever get a chance, if you got a Fitbit, mark it in the morning, or if you got, it's called, go online and download it. It's called Map My Walk, and just hit the start button, the start of your day. Like say for example, hey, I'm going to work in the garden. Hey, I'm going to work in the yard, and then check it towards the end of the day. I remember one time I looked, and I did it. I walked about dang near 13 miles working in the yard. I looked up. I said, no wonder. I bet my feet be swollen. Um, no wonder this be hurting, and no wonder that be hurting. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. You know? Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Ah, there it is. Get back. What the heck? I think I lost y'all there. Oh, 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 oh. What the heck? Uh, hello. Hopefully, I think I. Sorry about that, guys. I I forgot what it. Dang on it. I lost you for a second there. You guys there for a second. Well, and I got my I got my that little those little plastic pieces on your glasses in that hold it to your nose. Well, one of mine kept on falling off. I got it fixed, but I forgot my new glasses don't have uh, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Bifocals. So I'm looking like, how? Why can't I see you? Why can't I see the screen? That's why. I'm going. Why can't? What's going on? Oh boy, I'm going. Oh, what's going on? Why can't I see the screen? Okay. I said, why can't I see the screen? Okay. Oh, finally, alfalfa. Don't hurt the harvest. Alfalfa and alfalfa pellets that are that you get for horse feed. You know, you don't get the. It's a specific pellets that you can get. It's just look for the ones that just have the alfalfa in it, and that's it. That actually those alfalfa pellets, they actually have microbes in it that are in a dormant stage. So when you take those alpha, everybody else that's in the chat, I was talking about talking to Don't Hurt the Harvest. I learned from other folks, and especially other farmers. It was a long time ago, before I started really getting in with this YouTube family, about alfalfa pellets that you get, that you feed a horse. It actually has, when they compress them and make them into pellets, it actually has a microbes in it that help they break down, they help your garden, they help, they even help my lawn. I would buy them and just chuck them, get a bag on my lawn, and if you know it's going to rain, once it starts raining, those dehydrated pellets, they break down, and they absorb into the soil, and you can mix it into the soil however you want to do it. But these pellets have a lot of nitrogen in it, phosphorus, the whole nine. They're full of all of that good stuff. They're full of all of the good stuff. Good morning, Mike Tejada Garner. Those alfalfa pellets are really good, and I think you did in one of your videos, you had put hay down, you know, so you was preventing something. My thing is, why not take use that alfalfa, because you can buy that in bushels, and I think you pay like 16, 17 bucks, and they break down. It actually breaks down a whole lot quicker than like regular hay. I do that, especially when I'm doing some overseeding, when I wreak destruction on my lawn. I instead of putting hay on the top, so it doesn't wash away, I use that alfalfa in the bales, and I chuck it everywhere, and man, it gets into the ground, and it does what it needs to do. Come to think of it, that's a cheap thing I can do. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some down when I get home. These are the little things that you learn, and then you just try to pass on to the next person, so they would actually, um, that they that you guys would actually have a good idea. Because yeah, you want to fertilize, but you want to look for stuff that's natural too. Um, that natural stuff, you know, it helps also. And I'm always looking for the cheapest. Um, I'm looking for the cheapest thing, you know. Uh, would you guys believe that chicken feed, because I'm trying to build up the topsoil in my front. I throw chicken, every once in a while I throw a bag of chicken feed, the broken down. It's not just corn, but it's broken down. I throw that on my lawn and let the microbes on uh, Amazon. It's in liquid form, and I have a spray. You put like a tablespoon in. What it does is full of microbes. I spray on the lawn, and that gets into the lawn and I'm going to now a load of. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm in Texas, and now I'm in 4G light. Might have to cut this short, but let me know if I'm still breaking up. But what I do is I'm gonna drop this called hydrotane. What that does is your um, that helps your plants and also your grass. I don't know if it's good for eat food that you eat, so don't quote me on that. But they say to use it, you can use it for grass. Okay, they say you can use it for your grass, and it helps retain water. And I forgot one of those. I don't know if it's the nitrogen or the phosphorus or the potassium or whatever. I got to look it up. I got to put more of that down there. I'm trying to get my roots to go deeper, my grass roots to go deeper, to look for more water. Look for, see, that's why, that's the main reason why I got, a core aerator, because I know my lawn has never been aerated ever. And I'm still on a slant, even though I want to straighten it out. I'm gonna try to straighten it a little bit, but I gotta keep it that way. But I need that water to, when it hits my lawn, it doesn't run off, and that's what it's kind of actually doing all over the place on my house. But again, I'm going to in 2023 start focusing more on my lawn care. Um, I got another cruise coming up. I'm gonna be focusing. I'm gonna do a lot of videos on that, a lot of shorts, because those two guys have been my bread and butter for me growing. What I'm probably also going to be doing is, because our the YouTube airways are kind of littered with a lot of people. A lot of us, everybody's trying to be seen and everything. This helps me. You guys actually helping me. And what do I mean by that? Me flapping my gums early in the morning is waking me up, getting me going, and I'm sitting there dropping the phone all over the place. It's waking me up. It's getting me going. It's giving me a purpose to get my lazy behind up, get on the road. I'm thinking I might do a Monday through Friday, in the morning, um, and start from there. Like I said, you both of y'all in the homestead group. I started looking. I don't know if I want to start from dirt and seed, but I think I'm gonna get me a tomato plant or some other plant, either tomato plant or hot pepper plant or a green pepper plant, and we get a nice good sized bowl. I'm gonna strap it to my passenger seat in the truck, and that's gonna be my driving buddy. And I'm gonna let that sucker grow. Yeah, good, good. So, hey, so you can join me in the morning. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna let that sucker go because I did it. I did it. Not this year, but last year. I said it. I think I said it yesterday. I had so much fun. I was buying half dead plants. I mean, you know, these WalMarts and these other places that are not nurseries. They they just get they just get it and sell it. They don't. You know, they stop hiring people to actually water this stuff and take care of it. You know, and I was at one time I had like 13, 14 plants up in there. You know, I was like, I'm taking these home. And I get up in the morning, I buy like 2 or 3 gallons of water, and I I would just water. I was having a ball, and I kind of missed that. So now that I know you guys. Oh, okay, a 64-ounce mason jar. Okay, I'll, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start doing that because I think it's fun. I like to. I'm like one of those. I'm not. Uh, what's the word? I could be an alpha male, but I'm really not. I like to be the 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 one in the background. I don't need to be the front runner or whatever, but I like because that's it's just my personal preference. I like to be. I like to follow. I like to. I want to be a part of this. I want to be a part of that because they're fun. They're nice people. Yeah, exactly. You said the magic word, be you. A lot of times um, I mean, I've done it too. You try to be somebody else. Well, I am, be honest with you, I'm a black nerd. A lot of these people, you see these folks on, it's so funny. I tell this story before. Um, when I first started on YouTube, I was in the wrong algorithm. What are you saying? Because I was looking at Japanese animation, Korean food, and Korean lifestyles and Japanese lifestyle. And guess where that put me? I was in all the all Caucasian area. It didn't even dawn on me that there was people, Spanish folks, Latino folks, African American folks, Black British folks, Indian folks, Pakistani. I'm like, it just didn't dawn on me. I'm a little slow. I apologize about that, but I'm a little slow. But I was like, I'm like wondering where the black people at. And the funny part is, you know, some YouTubers they go on the hunt for subscribers. Well, Big Son's lawn care went on the hunt. He found me, and I was like, "Oh my God, there's a brother cutting lawn." I know I sound like an idiot. I'm like, "This brother cutting." I'm watching all of his videos, and he just is silly, but I'm loving every minute of it. And then I'm found by Miss T with the T, and I was like, "Oh, there's a sister. What the heck?" And then I found, and I'm looking at all these photos. I'm like, "There y'all go." Yeah, oh yeah, hey, Mike, I'm old school anime. Would you say old school? I remember, I remember going to the comic book store and getting a bootleg VCR tape of a Japanese animation that wasn't even dubbed. It was all in Japanese. You could see the little squiggly lines on the TV. That was it was dubbed on Laserdisc, not DVD, Laserdisc. Oh man. That's old school. Wow. Wow. And it just, I've said it a million times on a lot of my videos. Y'all could just call me Clueless Joe. It just didn't dawn on me, and I'm just, now that I found my peeps, even though I'm a high yeller, now I found my peeps. I've found a lot of enjoyment in it, but there also comes the dark side of that. Your peoples, a lot of them are not nice. A lot of them are not polite. They out for them, and we found that a lot of people. Miss V was talking about yesterday. I ran into it. I ran into it with two people, and I did a rant, and that's why a lot of times I have to catch myself because I be thinking, yeah, we are friends. We are friends on the YouTube streets, but we're not really friends. And I got to learn, okay, I can't talk to people certain ways because they might take it the wrong way. I did Miss T with the T normally don't um, reply to her videos. I just put a smiley face. But she did like a lingerie video, and she looked like Katana on what you call that, Mortal Kombat, like a black Katana, because she had the braids and everything. I was like, you look like, and I did a message. You look like you belong on Mortal Kombat. Go ahead with your bad self. And then, but I had to think about it, and I was like, what? I said that friendly in my head, but that might be taken the wrong way. I said, it might be taken the wrong way. So I went back, I deleted it and put my smiley face. And I remembered that because I take stuff to heart. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, and I don't want my feelings to be hurt, but I want to be respectful too. Because a lot of that, I have respect for the woman. I don't look at her video. Those videos, the lingerie, I turn the phone over. I put the smiley face, turn the phone over, let it run, let its time run out. Because look, I got time for that. I'm newly married. I like my wife. I like and love my wife. I'm not that one. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to explain myself, but I'm showing respect and showing what's that, dedication or whatever. Um, because because of Miss T with the T, I found and got a lot of followers. And the guy, y'all that follow me, I'm gonna be Mike. I gotta come. When I stop tonight, I'll probably come through yours and light you up, and you're gonna see some more smiley faces in Urban Garden. See, that's because when I get a chance, I get a chance, and when I do that, it starts showing up on my feed more. When it shows up on my feed, I see it, I tap it, bam. Hey, how you doing? Blah blah blah, yada yada yada. Or hey, give you the smiley faces, give you that watch time, and that's another thing. While I'm doing this, is I'm trying, I'm I'm starting early. I'm only at what 200, 250, but I'm starting to work on my. I'm going to start working on my watch time. I'm start getting into the habit of doing these lives, getting in the habit of talking, coming up with more conversations, more ideas. Because, like you said, you guys got your gardens in the back, you got your gardens in the house. You're trying to build up you're trying to build up that layers in your garden of compost, that layers in it. Guess what? I got a lot of leaves and stuff. I got a lot of cardboard, a lot of tree branches. I'm thinking of building a compost bin, and when I do stuff, I go full tilt boogie. When I do stuff, I go full tilt boogie. I'm gonna go online and buy those compost worms. I'm gonna put it up in there, and I'm not gonna do a big one, but I'm gonna do a good size one where I'm doing yard waste. I can put it over there, cover it up, let it build up, and then I can put that back on fill up, spots on my lawn and my property. Oh, damn. Yeah, please, bro. And do you know those mukbangs? When you get a chance, do a YouTube search on prejudice in South Korea. Them people don't care about y'all. I'm trying to be nice and polite. People don't care about y'all. And y'all trying to copy what they doing, you should change that to something else. Don't call it a mukbang, but call it my afternoon eating meat and eating greed, or we're chowing down. But if you look at the real mukbangs, they smacking and whacking it. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to hear that. I'm not dogging nobody out. I apologize if anybody see this and take this the wrong way. But yo, man, that ain't me. I like you said, if I like them, or there's certain folks that I do like when they doing that. I will either turn the volume down or turn that phone over, let y'all do your thing, and I stand there. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. But we want to emulate that. They don't like us. We are a commodity to them. We're, what's that word? And I ain't that power to the people guy, but I ain't stupid either. You know, um, especially the Japanese the anime. Look at how they draw us in those animations. Especially the Goku and all them. The big lips and all that. Come on, man. Afro. Come on, man. You know, come on, man. Let's keep it 100. Yeah, guys, when I first like it wasn't a year ago, but I lost about 80 pounds. Uh, I've been in a struggle to get back. No, I haven't gained all of it back. I almost gained. I gained it all back once. I've dropped it again, but I'm at 50. Um, I'm I need to lose 30 pounds to get back to that 80-pound loss spot. I'm slowly doing it. Um, I'm not. The thing about when you're eating and you're dieting and whatever, sometimes I can't do diets. I call it lifestyle changes. I have to make special changes in my lifestyle. My only problem right now is peanut butter. I can do everything else right, but boy, I'll get a peanut butter fit. I get a jar of peanut butter and a big spoon. You know, I get a jar of peanut butter and a big spoon. Oh man, that's the only thing. To be honest with you, I lose a lot of fluid. Being old, male, low testosterone, you know, you go to the bathroom a lot, and I'm borderline on the diabetic, and I go to the bathroom a lot, and a lot of times I so much liquid out of me, I've actually been emptying out my potassium levels, and I owe the emergency room about 3 grand and another doctor about 500. They couldn't figure out what's going on, but my inquisitive self, I figured it out that I was dangerously low on my potassium. So I'm wondering. So I started taking potassium pills again. I'm wondering if when I crave that peanut butter, which is high in potassium, am I looking to build my potassium back up? Yeah, I got to work on that because, like I said, I'm trying to do the low carb lifestyle, not just because it is low carb and that's a fad, but it's keep my sugar levels down. You know what I mean? And that's the main reason. You know, so I'm gonna start. I gotta. You know how you got to start doing something to make it a habit. I'm gonna start taking. I don't want to overdose, so I'm thinking make me two potassium pills every day, or one every day, and I'm just gonna start taking that, getting that in my system, and see if that'll stop that craving for that peanut butter. You know, because the doctor did say I can have a cheat day, but it can't be that. Yeah, we can't. I can't make my cheat day Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I can't make my cheat day every day, you know. And exactly. I'm thinking that's probably what the heck is going on. Yes, I love bananas too. Uh, and actually bananas the cheat. So I got to do. I just got to start. The hard part is the storage in an 18 wheeler, and and what you keep, and so forth and so on. So I'm still working on it. Each day I'm trying to do better. Try to you got to try to do better to be better, and so forth and so on. You guys know how it is, but I don't want I don't want to do it like, okay, it's too late. Wait a minute, hold up, player. Well, I gotta I gotta get in. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Uh, Now I'm gonna do a video on that. There's an Asian place where you can buy. I'm waiting for the prices to go down. I could buy a whole loin, a T-bone loin. It was before COVID. A T-bone loin for around 100, $110, somewhere around there. And I have a special. Exactly. We got to try to be better. You're right. We got to be. But back to what I was saying, I can, at one point I could buy a whole loin, a T-bone loin for like 100, 110, 120. I don't know what the price is now. And I have a special sawzall and a blade, not a wood blade, but a metal cutting blade, where and I have a meat cleaver. I cut my own T-bone steaks. They ain't thin though. Thin. I made it such a mess when I tried to cut thin. They real thick steaks, but they man, they they look like those uh what do you call those steaks? The steak with them big old bones in it, the lumberjacks or whatever. These are big behind steaks. I'm gonna do another video on that. I bought it's a certain. I don't know if you've ever went out to dinner to Ruth Chris Steakhouse. What they do is they put the steaks, they cook them in a broiler with the heat is coming from above. Well, I found a place. I believe it was in. I think it was in Ohio. It was up there somewhere where they were selling these grills where it was like for $160, and then you use gas to cook it, cook the steak with it, and it cooks at a high intense heat. I bought one for myself and bought one for my buddy, but these are in the big old boxes. What I did was, I wonder if I did a video on that. I gotta look back. I did. It was a good a mile and a half walk where I got a professional rake. I don't those rakes that they're really long, they're really wide, and I had asked the lady. She gave me a garbage bag and I put one box on one side of the rake and one box on the other side of the rake, and I'm walking down the road with this on my back. I gotta look. I think I put it on Instagram. I gotta look. I gotta see if I can repost that. I was looking like a fool, but boy, When I made it back to the truck, I was so happy. You couldn't tell me nothing. And I got my workout for the day, but boy, I was looking like an idiot. And the bags were about to bust. And when I got there, the bags finally busted right at the edge of my truck. Um, I forgot. I think it's Menard. It's it's a. I wish this place is in the South. It's called Menards. I think it's called Menards or something like that. It's like a Home Depot on steroids. And man, they got some good stuff there. And I just ain't been that way in a while. But I've really um, but the steaks come out. They come out so freaking awesome. And what you do is you take some. It's called clarified butter. What do you mean? What I mean by clarified butter? It's you take butter butter burns because of the milk solids in it. What you do is if you take a couple of sticks of butter and you put it on a real low heat. If you got like electric stove, you put it on warm, and what that does is it melts all the butter down, and the butter will actually separate. And you just take a spoon and you scoop off that white stuff off the top of it until you got nothing that looks like oil, and you put that in a different bowl, a cup, or whatever, and that's called clarified butter. You use that butter for flavor in certain things when sauteing and whatnot. It won't burn, but you're gonna get a whole lot better flavor. And see what you do is, and I'll take some clarified butter, season it with some, salt, pepper, garlic, and on the steak, and put a little, pour a little of that clarified butter on it, let it sizzle, turn it over the oven, let it sizzle. Ooh, Lord, woo! Don't get me stuck. Look, y'all making me hungry. Got me talking about steak. Ghee. Yeah, it's ghee. But guess what? Say if you go, if say if Urban Garden, if you go to the store and buy ghee, you're paying seven, eight, nine, $10 for it. When you can pay four bottles, four, 3 or 4. I don't know, how much butter is now. $3, $4, and you separate it yourself. Save you some money. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, same thing. And actually, it's actually better, and you get that flavor that you want to have. You don't realize, folks don't realize that margarine ain't good for you. Margarine is not. It's really not. That those certain oils or whatever. I learned that a long time ago. Margarine ain't good for. I don't use margarine. I don't use a lot of butter either, but I don't use margarine. Um, I use a lot of olive oil, avocado oil. Keep your eye on that avocado oil because a lot of times you think you bought you a big old thing of avocado oil and read the ingredients. It'll be 10% avocado oil and the rest of it's something else. Vegetable oil or this oil or that oil. Those oils ain't good for you. But the good oils are olive oil, avocado oils, stuff like that. That's actually better. It's better for your system. I was learning from one person. They were saying that our brain is made from, not made from. It consists of a lot of fat, and that's good. Yep. Yep. You'd be wondering why am I sick? Why am I this? Why am I look? Half this stuff these GMOs, yeah, it tastes good. Yeah, it might taste good for now, you know. And it's the same thing. People, on the live yesterday, they were talking about uh soda pop, and they had names for it. It was this, we call it soda water. This that. It's well, the exact name for it is carbonated, which is it's injected with CO2, which ain't good for us. That's what we exhale CO2. Why are you taking it back in your body? CO2, syrup, water. You know, the only good thing is the water. Ain't good for you, not at all. Oh, okay, okay, gotcha. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say uh, good morning, good evening, and good night. I'm going to we. I've been flapping off at the gums for a good hour, and I thank you guys for coming in. I thank you guys for uh, enjoying yourselves, and I appreciate you. And I will be back tomorrow morning, same bat, or that same bat time, same bat channel. Oh no, Mike, I've been on for a whole hour. I probably, I think, yeah, like I said, I want to keep it to a not to a minimum, but we're gonna work on this. It's gonna be, hey Wanda, hey folks, waking up now. Hey, making me want to stay on here for a minute. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and shut down and say thank y'all for coming in. Thank you for engaging. Thank you for being a part of my YouTube life. You just made me real happy. I love starting the day in a happy um, and elated mood. I also start my day listening to some Japanese rock and roll. So it gets me going, gets me driving. So I've put about 60 or 70 miles on the map today. I got about 470, 430 miles to go, and I'm gonna be done for the day. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you for coming in. God bless, peace, and what's the old saying? Peace and chicken grease. Have a nice day. God bless.